Hey, G, the carnival's in town. Do you want to go see it? I heard there's going to be a lot of clowns.
Why would you ask me that? Hey guys, it's G and Anthony, and we just saw It.
The biggest boat-related tragedy since the Titanic. And might I say, it was a bit scarier too. Just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit It.
I don't know how to...
It was a bit scary.
They said it a lot in that movie.
They did actually towards the end. Yeah. So this is our quick review of It. We literally just came back. We were at the theaters, and there was a couple times where I was legitimately scared.
They had the jump scares. I wasn't really scared, but the jump scares got me. I'm not gonna lie.
Like they actually, like inside, yeah. I didn't cry or anything, but yeah, no. There was a couple times where I actually shook up, and it was not fun at that point.
I thought, like, coming from a guy who hasn't seen the original,
okay,
I thought it was pretty good. I thought that, you know, the guy who played it, I'm blanking on his name. Do you know the guy who played it?
Oh, Bill Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Okay, just Bill. I'm gonna call him Bill S. I thought he did really good. I know that he got really into it too. That he said he didn't want to meet any of the kids until they shot scenes together, so they got like first impressions on him.
Oh, cool.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm forgetting the names, but the guy from Stranger Things, I think Finn is his Finn, and then Bill, which was the guy who broke his arm. I forget the character's name.
Yeah, the young kid that broke his arm. Yeah,
those two together were the funniest things in the whole movie. And I loved how Finn kept on mentioning his junk throughout the whole film, no matter what.
Well, it was funny because they were kids. Mm-hmm. Like, they acted like kids. That'd be a definite positive for me. Is like they all acted like just a bunch of little shits, just enjoying the summer as much as they can, and then their one friend bringing them into this kind of world that they don't really kind of want to be a part of.
When we did see that, I want to mention this real quick. When we saw the house, I couldn't stop from thinking that it was like a live-action monster house. You ever seen that like animated one?
I haven't.
No, you have. Okay, well, there's this animated movie where these kids go in this house and it's like alive.
Yeah.
And it just like tries killing them, but you know it's an animated movie.
Yeah.
But for people who haven't seen that, they'll get the reference if you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, spoiler alert. I guess we should.
No. This is going to be no spoilers. We're just going to give you a quick overview.
I was wrong.
We might do a spoiler one after when it's been out for a little bit, but just a quick overview. Now, positives for yourself. We're going to start with the positives, then we're going to go in the negatives. So, pick out some positives that really stood out for you.
I'm going to say I liked, obviously the actor played it, Bill, Finn, and Billy, I think his name is.
Okay.
I don't think it's Billy. I think that's just, but the guy who broke his arm and Finn, those were really good.
Well, we've got the internet. Let me pull it up really quick.
I'll keep on going. The story was good. I liked it since I haven't seen it before. I thought that I liked the humor that they threw in there. How it wasn't just all like, you know, broody and just scary. That they threw in some like quick humor, even though it was very basic, you know, children humor. But you know, I like that kind of stuff, especially
Eddie is the character's name in the show. Jack. Dylan Grazer. That's who. Sorry for cutting you off.
But yeah, my favorite joke was when they were... it's not really a spoiler. They were pulling straws at one point, and, you know, the guy's going in this place, and he's like, well, you guys are lucky we weren't pulling our schlangs and measuring those. Like,
yeah, there was a lot of dick jokes in this one. Lot. There was a lot of adolescent. They were not dicking around. There was a lot of those ones. Okay, any other ones that kind of stood out?
Those are probably like straight off seeing the movie. The jokes are definitely the thing I'll remember the most.
Okay,
the character like Bill did a really good job playing Pennywise. Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty good. There were some. I noticed there was something really annoyed me. There was one point Finn was sitting with his legs crossed, and then right in the next scene, his legs were like, you know, normal. I guess you can't see my legs. I'm moving it back and forth. But one point they were crossed. The next, like, very next shot, it was like kind of straight. He was sitting normally.
Little continuity stuff.
Yeah, but that didn't ruin the film for me. It's just something I noticed and kind of like I was like, oh my god, I noticed something during a film.
During a film, I noticed little details.
Exactly. I was so proud of myself.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty close on with you on that one. Bill Skarsgård did a really good job. I have seen the original. I actually watched it a year and a half ago, before this one was even announced. I did like it. It wasn't as scary after how many years? I remember seeing it when I was younger, but it wasn't as scary a year and a half ago as it was when I was younger. Obviously, everyone hates clowns. Clowns suck. Joker. But but Joker's like...
Jared Leto, sorry.
Depends on which kind of one. Yeah.
But I don't hate Jared Leto. I'm just joking. Well, kind of. 50-50.
50-50? So yeah, I was definitely into Bill Skarsgård's portrayal of it because it was definitely a lot scarier. Loved the kid's portrayal. The adults were actually the weakest part in terms of acting, except for the one girl's dad. It's a whole subplot with this girl's dad, and he was just creepy as hell. And I mean, you know,
I'm not gonna lie. One thing I didn't like about the movie was how Mike kind of felt like he was just thrown in there.
Mike who?
The
One character, yeah. So there's one character, African American character. There's very few. It's actually not a very diverse crowd.
It's like Friends.
It's pretty damn close, yeah. So he was in there, but they didn't focus on him as much as I would have liked to because he's got a lot of these kids have really big backstories that are pushing them forward because it is a coming of age tale with the horror element that's forcing them to grow the hell up kind of thing. Any negatives for you aside from, I guess that was kind of segueing from the good to the negative?
I don't know. We had mentioned how it felt long, which I will admit, I think the first act was most interesting to me just because I like seeing the kids kind of do their things and joke around and then kind of have hints of Pennywise. Second act was okay. I remember I had to back out because I had to use the washroom and I couldn't hold it in.
Yeah, you couldn't hold it. You were gone for a bit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's all right.
Pretty intense.
Not anything crazy happened. Legitimately nothing crazy happened.
And then third act was kind of like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but as you said on the way back here, you said it felt like they could have cut off the whole climax. They could have ended it early. They had two climaxes essentially.
Yes, it's true. Yeah. So the end of the second act, I'm with you on that exactly. And we talked about it. End of the second act and the end of the third act almost felt like they could have been put together. However, I got what they were trying to do, where they were throwing in all their other personal battles as kids to prep them for this, for whatever their next thing was going to be, right? So I got why they did it. It just felt a little long-winded, and I was just kind of sitting there while all this stuff is happening and this, quite a poignant scene to kind of get the kids to realize, their aha moment. That was kind of one of the only negatives.
And also, you'll also notice how there are a lot of DC references in the film. I was kind of waiting for a young Bruce Wayne to come into the sewers and start battling with the death of his parents and try and help them out.
That's what you're waiting for?
I was waiting.
They did
or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the sewers.
They did have a couple scenes. There's a theater in the background, and I'm not going to say it so you can point it out or you can find it out yourselves. But yeah, there's a couple stuff there. So
I think there was a Superman reference or something.
Definitely I'm pretty sure there was.
Because I remember when the girl went up to the pharmacy, someone mentioned a DC character,
something like that. Oh, Lois Lane.
Lois Lane. Oh yeah, that really creepy scene. Oh my god,
that was and there was a lot of creepy scenes. And I got to tell you, the scares that they did. A lot of if you've seen the trailers, there's a couple scenes where Pennywise himself is going full blast. They really milked a lot of it, but every single time I was just like it was one of those scares. It wasn't like the cowering scare, but yeah, they got a couple of those got me. So wrapping up. Where does this sit for you in terms of should you see it, should you not see it, and a ranking out of, let's say, 10?
So first of all, yes, you should see it because honestly, even if you don't like horror films, it's not really a horror film. It's kind of more like a thriller. Like if you liked Get Out, if you liked Split, you'll like this film. Of course, there's that horror element, but it's not really. I knew it was fake. I don't get scared by movies very easily.
Okay.
Or at all actually. So I didn't think it's scary, but I know Nick, our other podcast host, why I point over there. He didn't want to go because he's not a fan of horror, which is, understandable. So if you're not a fan, don't see it. Yeah. If you haven't seen the original, definitely go see this one and then go back and watch the original, as I plan to do. If you've seen the original, I can't really go that far, but did you like it compared?
Comparatively, this one was better in terms of being a horror movie, in terms of being and even the first one, again, when I look back, it was just a little bit more boring. This one was actually enjoyable. I enjoyed it a lot more. I would say this one's better.
And this is kind of a semi-spoiler, not really, but they tease a sequel at the end, which honestly I don't care to see because I'm after seeing these kids work, I can't see anybody else doing their role as good as they did, and I really don't care to see adults kind of. Because as far as I heard a lot of people didn't like the adult part of the TV series.
Right. Yeah. The TV series or the original show.
Well,
the original movie.
Well, it was a TV special.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. But even in the original one, the actors, the older people, it was just kind of boring. Yeah. It was Tim Curry did a great job playing Pennywise, but he wasn't in it enough for you to actually care. In this one, there's a lot of Pennywise. And there's some really messed up, disturbing scenes. And I think that was the big one. There's a lot of disturbing scenes in it. So out of 10.
Out of 10, I'm going to... This first time viewing, I'll give it 8 out of 10.
Cool.
But I'm going to say it was very overhyped, but not Batman vs. Superman level overhyped, where it had impossible expectations to meet, but it was still a good film. Like, I'm not going to say that it was a bad film, but it was really good.
I'm on the same boat in the sense that definitely
same
go
boat.
see it. SS Georgie. Anyways.
That was really creepy.
Sorry. Well, it's a creepy movie. But yes, I am on the go see this one. Even if you were, again, the horror part of it, yes, there is more of it than the original. If you've seen the original, there is a lot of those scares. But I will say it's a really good coming-of-age tale, too, with some good performances from the kids. Like, all the young people have really strong performances.
Except for, I want to mention, that fat guy. I feel so bad
You know
saying
what?
that.
I didn't mind him. I like that he was actually relatively smart, but he was more exposition than anything.
I liked him, but he was just getting crapped on the whole movie. He was getting shanked left and right and just like walking it off.
The fact that he ended up walking out of this thing alive is a feat unto itself. But yeah, I'm going to say I'm leaning more towards that 7.5 out of 10. Again, still really good. It was a little bit long-winded. There was a point where I was, almost going to look at my watch and say, okay, is this ring wrapping up? However, the parts that were really good were really strong. It's probably going to change once I settle a little bit more, but this is just initial reaction.
Also, speaking of the watch, the lady beside me was on her phone the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have said something.
I should have punched her in the face.
Don't be on your phones.
Yeah,
I missed like 4 phone calls. Don't be a Tommy Texter or a Harvey Hogger, but that's related to the seats. But yes, that's our review of it. Anthony, thank you again for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me. If you guys have seen it, let us know in the comment section below. If there are spoilers, obviously, be aware of that. Don't go looking at comment sections if you don't get spoiled on a It movie video. Mm-hmm. And if you are going to post a spoiler, just put spoiler alert above. Or don't. I'm not your mom or the police, so I don't know. What do you want to do?
Make sure you're following Entertained Facts on Instagram. You can email us at thefwordpodcast@gmail.com. Comment on our YouTube on this one or our other ones. We just did episode 11, so we're still moving along really good. And remember, you can go on Entertained Facts or email us topics that you want us to talk about, okay? So, because it's about you guys. I'm G. This is Anthony. That's our review.
We're out.